what this school garden will do, it'll bring Warrensville together more than a community, but as a family. It will show that we are turning on a new leaf, literally.
The ones that try it, love it, and they're doing it. The ones that do not do it feel that there's not enough time, or that kids will be behavior problems and all those kind of things.
Well, from the time we met earlier this week, I am thoroughly impressed beyond what I anticipated for the showcase today. The students are very knowledgeable, engaged, active, articulate, and it's obvious that they really enjoyed completing this activity.
It has been very exciting. It was difficult for me at first to give up the control that I'm used to having with the class, but I noticed that the more the students are learning on their own, the more they're invested in their own project, and they don't need me as much.
I think what I've tried to provide is an opportunity for the kids to really think like engineers, to develop some critical thinking skills by coming up with ideas to improve, like maybe gardening, for example, which is another avenue for improving the quality of life.
A complete shift for my planning. By that I mean I set the parameters for what I want it to look like at the end, and I tell the students this is what I need it to look like, and then they're kind of working at their own pace, deciding how that process goes.
And how's that process going?
It's a little nerve-wracking at times. It's scary at times because I don't have as much control in the classroom as I would if I had everybody come in and sit in rows and columns and I pass out a worksheet and I tell everybody what they need to do. I'm only telling them what I need when I need it, but how they get there is totally up to each group.
A great tool, and I like what I'm seeing so far with implementation.
Dip bottle, I recycle them top on all water, yo. That's all we need. I just be watching that we had that hot water feed. Water.
I noticed at the PBL fair on Friday how there were certain students that naturally turned into rock stars, and that's what we like to call them, because they took ownership of the whole process, and Cornelius being one of them. That was nice to see, and that's what most people coming through noticed, was that the students were truly engaged in the process and they knew what they were talking about. So if it was about water, about beautifying the outdoors, about recycling, they just knew their stuff when they were sharing with the public about what was going on.
It will bring a new greenness, a new awareness, and a new brightness to Warrensville. It will show that Warrensville is becoming a good place for families to come and grow. We want people to come here, start a family to make Warrensville better. We want that to take over in Warrensville. We're going to take a little kiddie pool out there, clean it out, put the right dirt and soil and the nutrients in there, put these plants there so people can come and care for the plants, tend to the plants, protect them and clean them. And it takes a minute for me to calculate it and break it down and get it processed.
Okay.
But this has been way easier because I've been explaining it to kids, and so I'm also explaining it to myself. So it's been easier. I just hope this new garden takes off. I hope it takes off and goes as far as possible. Because like they say, the sky is the limit, but to me, there is no limit. You can go as far as possible.